back. You're watching NewsX. I'm Megha Sharma, and the poll of polls is on NewsX. So all the poll agency numbers are at this point of time trickling in. There are as many as 8 poll agencies who have already put out their numbers, and here's a look at that. Well, first up is actually let's start off from the bottom. Most of those numbers that have now been flashed. DV Research is now the latest one to join the poll agencies that have released their numbers. As per DV Research, it's the BJP is all set to get seats between 36 and 44. The Indian National Congress will not open its account. Aam Aadmi Party between 26 and 34. Poll Diary has also released the numbers. Poll Diary has predicted that BJP will win the seats between 42 and 50. The Indian National Congress may win seats between 0 and 2, and Aam Aadmi Party will be stuck between 18 and 25 seats. Chanakya Strategy has also released the numbers, and it has predicted that BJP will be able to get as many as 39. This is somewhere between 39 and 44 seats is their projection. They have projected that the Indian National Congress may win between 2 and 3. They have also projected that Aam Aadmi Party may win as many as 25 seats. The margin is between 25 and 28 seats. People's Pulse has also come out with this number. It has projected, it has estimated that BJP is going to win anywhere between 51 and 60 seats. Indian National Congress will not win a single seat. Aam Aadmi Party is likely to win between 80 and 19 seats. People's Insight has given an edge to the BJP. It has projected that BJP may win anywhere between 40 and 44 seats. Indian National Congress may win between 0 and 1 seats. Aam Aadmi Party may win between 25 and 29 seats. PMAR, on the other hand, has once again given an edge to the BJP. It has projected that BJP may win seats between 39 and 49. Indian National Congress may open an account with 1 seat. Aam Aadmi Party may win between 21 and 31 seats. Then we have JVC poll survey, poll agency putting out the numbers where the BJP is likely to win between 39 and 45 seats. Indian National Congress may win between 0 and 2 seats. Aam Aadmi Party may win between 27 and 34 seats. And finally, Matriz, that was the number 1 poll agency that released the numbers first. Well, the BJP, as per its projections, is likely to win between 35 and 46 seats. The Indian National Congress may win at the maximum 1 seat, and the Aam Aadmi Party is likely to win between 32 and 37 seats. Whichever way you see these projections, Aam Aadmi Party's seat share has slided to a considerable amount of numbers, considerable number of seats. Let's start our conversation. Back on the telecast with me is Dr. Sunny Deeman. Dr. Sunny Deeman, this is an interesting analysis. In every projected scenario of all these 8 poll agencies that have released their numbers, every single one of them have projected that BJP will cross the halfway mark. What do you make of it?
Yeah, so BJP was out of power like last, I think, 28 years. And what BJP could not do, AAP did in Delhi. So it replaced well-established political giant in Indian politics, Sheila Dikshit, with the person with a muffler and constant cough, and who became a symbol of Aam Aadmi, who came to the Chief Minister office with his Wagoner. But suddenly things started moving. And after 2020 election, because Aam Aadmi Party led by Kejriwal was never against RSS, was never against the ideological underpinning which RSS was doing. So last 10 years, BJP and Aam Aadmi Party, because if you see, according to my own survey, I've seen many people who are hardcore BJP voter, but they would vote for Aam Aadmi Party in the assembly election. But this time, there has been a change because now Modi himself has promised that he will fulfill all the quote-unquote freebies to the Delhi public. And there has been a churning between
Okay. Okay. All right.
among
Let's hear it also from Neoma Gupta. She is the BJP spokesperson. Neoma, how do you have to react to the surveys, to the pollsters' predictions that are now out?
Good evening to all my panelists. I've already just had a debate with Prithvi sir right now. So just to say, the voice of the people is the echo chamber of having complete faith in the BJP government and complete frustration against the Aam Aadmi Party government. And I'm confident BJP will win the trust of the people this time, because from the booth level to, we had an overreaching campaign which addressed all the issues of the Delhi people. And as Dr. Sani sir said very clearly, that Mr. Kejriwal's ideological shift has been rather large. One tends to take a step away, he took a leap away. He came on the grounds of an anti-corrupt messiah, I can use that word. Today he comes under the layer of corruption, whether it comes to multiple scams, and Sheesh Mahal is testament of that. And when it comes to the core issues of Delhi, the infrastructure, etc., he completely failed as a head of governance. In fact, when he even put Yamuna on plank and he admitted a fault. I mean, being a chief minister consecutively, you cannot admit to fail the fact that you have not cleaned the Yamuna. So today, when we are seeing all the, I don't know what were the specific names of all the exit polls you take, it very much was clear from the word go. People want to be run by a good campaign, a good government who will deliver. And once you make a commitment to the people of Delhi, one wants them to be honored. And lastly, and most importantly, there's been no, we've cut across all social and political lines when it comes to Delhi. And over here, these guys at the nth moment constantly cause bias, classification, and even they went so low down by using the words genocide, trying to say that one state is trying to kill the other. That people of Delhi are such informed and emotional people; they're not going to listen to this. So the exit polls is just the beginning. And as I said, it's the echo chamber of the votes of the people.
Okay, let's also hear it from Prithvi Reddy. He is the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. Mr. Reddy, how do you view the agency pollsters' estimates and projections? If you take a look at these figures, every single one of those projections by every single agency has given BJP more than the halfway mark.
So I'm not going to comment on the exit polls purely because in 2013 we were given 0, we got 28. In 2015 we were given 5 to 8 seats and we got 67. Last time we were given in the range of 40 and we got 62 seats. Recent exit polls have shown how unreliable they are. I think the very fact that they are done during the day, sometime during the day with a very small sample size, will also skew the exit polls. I think it's done to keep a cheer at the BJP and Prime Minister Modi. Let it at least last for 2-3 days until the results.
Okay, all right. But do you think the exit polls could at this point of time have gotten it right, the pulse of the people?
Megha, what's really surprising is all the opinion polls done during the past 1 month until a couple of days ago were all indicating Aam Aadmi Party somewhere between 45 and 55 votes. Normally, an opinion poll indicates a direction even if they don't get the seats right. If you speak to anyone, they will tell you that an opinion poll is far more reliable purely because of the sample size, of the randomization of the demography. Please keep in mind that the data collected by the exit poll surveyors are normally outside a polling booth, and the BJP voter is more noisy, more vociferous compared to the voter of the Aam Aadmi Party, and that could have skewed the result.
Okay, all right. Joyita also on the telecast with me. Joyita, what is your first reaction? If we take a look at the poll of polls, BJP very comfortably crossing the halfway mark as per the projection, 43 seats. Indian National Congress will this time open its account with 1 as per the projection, and Aam Aadmi Party will not be able to cross the halfway mark. It is stuck at 26 seats.
Well, Megha, whatever we have been witnessing and whatever our reporters have been talking about, and the feedback that I have been getting from all of you, actually all of us have been getting from voters as such, is that there is a tough competition this time, particularly a large section of Aam Aadmi Party's core vote bank has been talking about change. Now, provided the freebies are kind of kept, they won't mind looking the other way, because and not just that, people in AAP have told me that it's a very tough election, that the BJP is determined to crush them and that they are in major trouble. Okay, so it is not the BJP or the others saying, it is this feedback I have got from inside AAP. So, obviously, something is not okay. The confidence that we saw with Aam Aadmi Party in 2022, 2020 and then 2015, that is not there any longer. And there is a whole lot of reasons, of course, for that. Apparently, this Sheesh Mahal thing has gone really viral. It is really impacting voter, I would say, the voter willingness to vote for Aam Aadmi Party. That has had an impact. This excise policy has killed AAP. So, you see the party that had come to power on the platform of clean politics, that thing has taken a huge hit. And it hasn't really helped. The controversies surrounding Arvind Kejriwal and all over the last few years, it hasn't really helped. And now a lot of people are talking about, why not let's give a chance to the BJP. That is a huge factor that is pushing him, making up, a lot of momentum is gathering on that, in terms of why not give a chance to the BJP. We have seen for such a long time Congress, we have seen the AAP, we have not seen BJP. So, and their MCD, bad track record of the AAP in MCD is also having an impact on them. So, yes, I would not be surprised if the BJP comes out tops, but at the same time AAP still has a very strong vote bank.
Prithvi Reddy, what do you have to say to that, and particularly, do you think the Aam Aadmi Party is also fighting anti-incumbency at this point?
So let me be very frank with you. The previous spoker, Ms. Basu, was mentioning that the Aam Aadmi Party also considers this a very difficult fight. I'm not going to deny that. And a large reason for that was the fact that almost the top 5 leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party were put in jail. They've just come out a couple of months ago. So obviously, when you have your most senior leaders away, it is going to affect the party's morale, and the fact that we were not able to do many things that we would have liked to do. But I think all that changed. We fought a very hard campaign. All these days, the campaign in Delhi was always very, let me say, difficult, hard, but it was largely a vocal kind of attack. This time we've seen that the BJP has actually been not just attacking the Aam Aadmi Party volunteers during this Delhi campaign, they were even attacking journalists, and this was all captured by the media. Lots of complaints were filed and there was no action taken. So I think this was a very vicious campaign, not just vocally vicious campaign. This time it was a very physically vicious campain run by the BJP.
Okay, all right. I also have with me right now on my panel Piyush Pant. He's a senior journalist. Thank you, Mr. Pant, for joining me. And first up, I would like to understand from you, how do you perceive the pollsters' numbers that have now been released?
I can't hear him.
Yeah, I think there seems to be an audio issue that Mr. Piyush Pant is facing. We'll try to fix that. But coming back to you, Neoma, how do you have to react to Mr. Reddy's allegations?
Yeah,
particularly how the BJP leaders while campaigning, the candidates while campaigning
Yeah.
have targeted the Aam Aadmi Party, and they have been derogatory in the kind of remarks that have
Right.
been made. They have been vicious in their campaign against Aam Aadmi Party. Is the allegation being made?
Okay, so just to tell Prithvi sir that this election was not about Mr. Kejriwal. Okay, so please get that abundantly clear. It was about how Delhi's infrastructure has collapsed in the last decade, despite their elected government having a brute majority in the capital. So, that confusion must be resolved. Sorry, sir, let me speak and then you can rebut. The Yamuna is filthy despite them spending something like a 6,800 crores. The roads here are some of the worst in the world. They force children who don't score well to drop out just to inflate their school performances. They go a step further by orchestrating the beating of a Rajya Sabha MP in the premises of their now ex-CM. Their MLAs treat their areas terribly and take advantage of the trust, refusing to do basic things like cleaning up sewage. So over here, when they lose, when they're against the wall in any situation, they'll blame the BJP and they'll cry. I mean, recently, Mr. Kejriwal, who has Z plus security, comes and asks for more security. It's remarkable to what lengths one can go to have theatrics. So, Prithvi sir, I hold in a lot of respect because of the tenor of his debate, but one has to understand very, very fundamentally clearly that today, people of Delhi are frustrated with them as a failed government. You've not given us clean air. You've not given us anything. So you're going to lose primarily on the premise of being absolutely a failure in governance. So to come out and do all this theatrics and saying, oh, they didn't let us do this, they didn't let, I mean, what happened in Atishi ji's premises just about, I think, 48 hours back or 24 hours, correct me where I'm wrong, 5 lakh rupees cash was recovered from a person called Gaurav. So, I mean, we can also rake up whatever you want us to rake up, but why don't you just address the elephant in the room? You failed as a government. 10 years in a row, failure.
All right. Piyush Pant, if you can hear us. So, again, your perception,
Yeah,
the projections are out, the estimates at this point of time being in favor of the BJP by all poll agencies, barring none.
Pardon, I didn't get you.
Even I couldn't get.
Can you repeat it?
So, how do you have to react to the pollsters' analysis and estimates?
Well, I think this is an indication of the anti-incumbency sentiment among the people, because the people where they got, particularly those people of the upper class strata and the floating voters, it seems they have decided to shift their loyalty to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Because they appear too much disillusioned with the kind of politics being done by Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party, particularly Arvind Kejriwal. So the lower strata is still with the Aam Aadmi Party, and those people are solidly with the Aam Aadmi Party because what they are getting in return, because they are getting so many facilities. So that section of the people in Delhi, they are still with the Aam Aadmi Party, and if Aam Aadmi Party is getting around 38, 46, 35, whatever, according to these surveys, so it is because of that class. But the floating voters, they have shifted their loyalty to the BJP, it seems, and moreover, I think the way Congress fought this election, they have also damaged Aam Aadmi Party in a huge way. That's why it has benefited the Bharatiya Janata Party in 4 or 5 seats.
Okay, all right. Jyota, I'm coming back to you now. How credible are pollsters and poll agencies? We have seen what happened in the Lok Sabha elections. Every single one of these poll agencies was betting on BJP being the single largest party and crossing the halfway mark. And that did not happen. And there was a coalition that BJP then had to reach out to the JDU and it had to reach out to Chandrababu Naidu to form a government. Now again, do you think the credibility of poll agencies there's a question mark on them when there are repeatedly these errors made and these predictions are not right?
Well, Megha, you see how it happened in the Lok Sabha elections in particular, when there was talk about BJP sweeping the elections and all, there was an undercurrent of, I would say, narrative building up, or even for that matter, even there was some pollsters who were perhaps not out there in the open, but there was talk about that BJP may not do too well. So, it was not that it came as a complete surprise to many of us, because we were hearing it that it may happen. In Delhi elections, what we have been hearing is that it's a very, it's a very close fight, and it's a very close fight. In fact, the BJP, I would say, even a month back they were saying that there was a possibility. I mean, this is, that was the buzz in among reporters and all that BJP was doing around something 30, 32, something like that, and Aam Aadmi Party was just ahead, but BJP was confident of making up that. And a lot would depend on how many, the kind of voter turnout that would happen on election day. So, if BJP has been able to reach that number, then I would say that BJP has put in some by the very hard work this time. I do not think they have ever really worked this hard for any Delhi election till date. So, if these are the numbers, then then the predictions we have been hearing about on the ground, from being a very close fight to BJP getting an edge, this is what this polls are kind of indicating. So, yes, that possibility is always there, but you see, considering Delhi is such a small place compared to the bigger states, I mean, it is much more easy, I would say, to get the pulse of Delhi than one would maybe get from, say, Maharashtra or UP, or for that matter Lok Sabha elections. I mean, you have to work with a very few people compared to any other state.
Okay.
So, perhaps, but again I am not going to stick my neck out and say, yeah, this is correct, because of the bad experience all of us have had in the last 1.5 years. So, I would just say, let us wait and see.
Okay, all right. I can come back to you, Piyush Pant, and my question over here regarding Congress. The fact that there had been a lot of chatter about how the Congress could make a return, and it he might as well be a kingmaker over here if things come to a knot, and if no particular political party gets through the halfway mark. But as per projections, Congress still remains where it started. In fact, I think the maximum number of seats that one poll agency has predicted for the Congress is up to 3 seats. That's about it.
Well, Megha, I think that was much expectation by those who are saying all these things, because Congress was never going to achieve the way they fought the election, the way they ran their campaign, and the way the infighting goes on within the Congress organization. So things were not very well, though of late they started intensive campaign, but it was too late. Then Rahul Gandhi was missing for 1 week, completely 1 week. All these things. So nobody was expecting them to be in the role of kingmaker, except for the Congress party or the sympathizer of Congress. So objectively, looking objectively, yes, we were seeing the fight which the Congress was fighting, the way they were fighting, and we were thinking that they will certainly they are going to increase their voting percentage and might land up with 1 or 2 seats. So here the poll surveys are showing the same thing, because Congress
all right. I'll just interrupt you over there. We have gotten the 9th poll survey, 9th poll agency that has put out its prediction. This is We Preside says, and this is interesting because this is sort of a reversal being played by this poll agency. It gives the majority more than the halfway mark to Aam Aadmi Party. It has projected that Aam Aadmi Party will win between 46 and 52 seats. BJP will win between 18 and 23 seats, and the Indian National Congress may win up to just 1 seat. So that's the anomaly amongst all the 9 pollsters who have come up with their poll estimates and projections. There is one amongst them that has gone out and put its numbers, estimated that Aam Aadmi Party may yet again get the halfway mark, win the election, but reduce the number of seats it had won in 2020. Coming back to you, Neoma Gupta, the issues today that I was talking to, when I was talking to my reporters, were on the ground. They were at all the constituencies. They spoke to a number of voters, and those voters had, there are clusters that have been made. There is various strata of the society, and each one of these stratas have different issues. So, one set of community may talk about how they do not get clean water in their homes, or how their community and their RWAs are not clean enough, how they face the problems of potholes on the roads and waterlogging, which has been a constant strain. And on the other hand, there is another strata who is content, who is happy that they have gotten the benefits of healthcare, they have gotten the benefits of education, they have gotten the benefits of free bus rides and subsidies and schemes for women. Now, I would like to understand, this is a mixed bag, but how does this all build up to one political party trumping over the other this time around?
Right, that's a very interesting question, I must say. You see, Delhi is such a diverse city. We don't only have people from Delhi who are organically born here, we have different people coming from different states for opportunities and their futures to flourish. So as you correctly use the word mixed bag, I would go a step further and I said it's a vibrant mixed bag. And obviously, because it's a mixed bag, there are different demands, because a certain strata of people will have a certain, what they need, another strata will have what they need. And hence why BJP will be the ideal government, because when it comes to our manifesto, for example, all three parts of our manifesto, the BJP has given a complete voice to the people of Delhi, a voice that was like completely ignored, sidelined in the last 10 years. And there was a lot of participation when this manifesto was inculcated and cemented. So giving a reason to stay here and flourish here is exactly what BJP has in plan for every Delhiite. And if we remove the classification of people, there's some things which we have in common. The AQI, the pollution. I mean, it doesn't matter which sector of society you are in, we are all breathing an AQI of 400. So Aam Aadmi Party has not only failed at the macro level, they have failed at the micro level also. And hence, when we make predictions, over here, I'm going to make the prediction solely on one purpose, which is Aam Aadmi Party's failure. The Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson has a constant smile on his face, but just to say, they said they care for poor people and other vulnerable societies and dominant like EWS populations which are in worse conditions. Go to Burari, Tirampol, Selampol. They claim to stand for Deshbhakti and principle, but they rake up caste and religious politics all the time. And they have failed miserably in basic amenities of Delhi, which is a constant, whether it comes to the middle class, the economically weaker section, or even the section which is economically doing very well. So they've infrastructurally failed for everybody. Okay, so
all right.
That's where my debate is.
Okay, all right. And the numbers on your screens, poll of polls, well, of the 9 poll surveys, the estimates and projections that have been put out on your screen, at the bottom of the screen and over here on the right hand side of the screen, say that BJP is going to be the party with the maximum number of seats. Not just the maximum number of seats, it's going to cross the halfway mark and form government. Well, there is one poll survey, one prediction by V. Prasad, which bucks the trend and says that the Aam Aadmi Party is going to create history. It is going to come back to power the third time, and in a hat-trick that it started off in 2015 and has continued as per the survey up until 2025 as well. Let's start this conversation on the telecast with me. Let's go to Prithvi Reddy, who is the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. Prithvi Reddy, quick comments from you. I asked the same question to Neoma Gupta, that there are various strata of the society. Which sections of the Delhi community are more influenced by the Aam Aadmi Party than the rest?
Megha, I only hope V Pride is not declared an anti-national entity by the BJP. Neoma Gupta, the spokesperson from the BJP, unfortunately has a problem with me smiling. I'm thoroughly entertained, Neoma, and
I'm so glad. I'm
I
entertaining,
hope
sir.
your joy. Please don't intervene. I hope your joy lasts beyond the results. As far as which sections of Delhi are influenced, I think we've had something for everyone in Delhi. Uh, we are talking about promises. We've educated children in Delhi. Like I mentioned earlier, we have 15 lakh children who have passed out of government schools in the past 10 years. We've looked after the health of people in Delhi. None of our programs are for a particular income class, whether it's schools, whether it's bus, whether it's healthcare. It's across all sections, and I do believe that all sections of society have benefited from the Aam Aadmi Party's governance. I'll give you a small example. Maybe Neoma Gupta does not need to send her children to a government school or use government health care, but there are people in her life, people who work for her, people who maids, drivers, people at her office who have benefited this. And I think the upper middle class and the well-to-do people do realize that this is a very small price to pay, and they are large-hearted enough to say that these are all Indians. Every child deserves a good education, and no one should die in India for a lack of healthcare. So I
Okay,
don't think
but Prithvi,
our
do you know why I'm asking you this question? Because today my reporters were on the ground and they were spread out across Delhi and covering the election where the voters were coming out and casting their mandate, and you had to be there. I was listening to a number of these voters who were being spoken to. And certain sections, like you said, people have benefited from education, from healthcare, from other subsidies and schemes that have been provided by the Aam Aadmi Party. But there was another section that was disgruntled, and they were unhappy that they did not get clean tap water in their homes. They were unhappy that the cleanliness was an issue in their community and the RWAs. They were unhappy that the waterlogging was an issue that the Aam Aadmi Party government had not been able to resolve. So the reason I ask you is, are there more percentage of people in Delhi and coming from a certain strata of the society that are more influenced from AAP versus the others?
Mega, I think it's expected that direct beneficiaries would speak differently, and those who are getting indirectly benefited may not completely appreciate some of the schemes. There was a section of Delhi voters, especially the upper middle class and the rich class, who voted for the novelty of AAP, the fact that we came out of an anti-corruption movement. This was exactly BJP's intention of trying to prove that the Aam Aadmi Party is no different from them. If you notice, the BJP has never said they are not corrupt. They are only trying to prove that the Aam Aadmi Party is also corrupt. I come from the state of Karnataka, and the BJP has the worst reputation in the country as far as corruption goes, stemming out of Karnataka. So BJP can't claim that they are not corrupt. They have taken allies, they have broken other parties and taken the most corrupt people as per their own standards or their own claims and written off all their cases. Now,
okay, I'll come back to you, Prithvi. There seems to be an audio connection problem. But Joyita, coming to you, very interesting. What Prithvi said is those sections of the society, of the public in Delhi that may have a different perception of Aam Aadmi Party, who are direct beneficiaries, and this perception may be differing from other sections of the society. And it's interesting how politics functions, because do you think people who are being targeted by political parties are obviously then luring them and wooing them with freebies and schemes and welfare projects and putting money directly into their bank accounts. And at the end of the day, it's not a problem, or it is a problem, but it is not humongous till the time a person is getting money into their accounts, whether Yamuna is clean or not, whether air pollution is being tackled or not.
Well, actually, if you look at why, I am not talking about the first election or even at the, for that matter 2022, ever since I would say 2020, ever since I would say that one of the perhaps the only attraction of the Aam Aadmi Party to the voter of that particular economic demography has been the freebies. In fact, if you talk to, as Mr. Reddy talked about, talk to drivers, talk to maids and all, the only thing that they say is that there is no way that we are going to vote for that party in the Lok Sabha elections, but we vote for them in the Vidhan Sabha primarily only because of the freebies and no other reason. So, you see, so yes, freebies have had a major impact on Delhi voters. In fact, I would say when it comes to South had a different kind of freebies, but when you look at the freebie culture that our politics has, that freebie face of politics, I would say that has developed in the last 10 years or so, it is primarily because of the Amad push that has been given by the Aam Aadmi Party, because of which both Congress and the BJP have been forced to take the same route. Now, when you are taking the same route, ultimately will it matter whose freebie is more than the freebie that we have, that Aam Aadmi Party is giving? It will, a lot will also depend on how much actual delivery has happened, because you see, to say that yes, we have done the best thing that has happened in this country and all, no, it does not work like that. People talk differently. Okay, people on the ground, they are pretty aware of what is going on. So, when it becomes a battle of the freebies, what also matters is when all things given being equal, what also matters is governance beyond freebies, the image that you have, and that is where Aam Aadmi Party has taken a huge beating. Let us face it, I mean even the AAP people are admitting that. But again I am going to say, for a particular section of the economically poorer section of society, freebies, so called, well, it is not welfare actually, there is a difference between freebies and welfare. So that really matters.
Okay. Stay on with me, Joyita. Joining me right now is the BJP Delhi President Virendra Sachdeva. Virendra Sachdeva जी, बहुत शुक्रिया NewsX से बात करने के लिए. और मेरा पहला प्रश्न, जो हमारे जो पोल सर्वेज आए हैं, यहाँ पे पोलस्टर्स ने प्रिडिक्ट किया है, 9 में से 8 पोलस्टर्स ये प्रिडिक्ट कर रहे हैं कि बीजेपी बहुमत के साथ दिल्ली के इलेक्शन जीत जाएगी. आपका इस पे क्या रिएक्शन है?
देखिए, एग्जिट पोल आज कह रहे हैं और मैं बहुत विनम्रता के साथ कह रहा हूं, हम ये बात 3 महीने से कह रहे थे कि दिल्ली में आपदा सरकार जाएगी, भाजपा आएगी, क्योंकि हमने बैड गवर्नेंस को इशू बनाया, हमने करप्शन को इशू बनाया, हमने उन चीज़ों को इशू बनाया जिससे दिल्ली की जनता का सरोकार है. तो मुझे लगता है कि दिल्ली की जनता ने गुड गवर्नेंस के लिए वोट दिया. माननीय प्रधानमंत्री का जो काम है पिछले 10 सालों में भारत में, उसको सलाम करते हुए वोट दिया और दिल्ली में आपदा जाएगी, भाजपा आएगी.
क्या आपको लगता है कि 10 साल जो आम आदमी पार्टी ने गवर्न किया है दिल्ली को, क्योंकि एंटी इनकम्बेंसी फैक्टर है जिसके कारण शायद लोग बीजेपी को वोट दे रहे हैं, चाहे क्योंकि वो कुछ चेंज चाहते हैं, परिवर्तन चाहते हैं?
नहीं, मैं फिर कह रहा हूँ जी, गवर्नेंस नाम की चीज थी कहाँ? उन्होंने गवर्न किया कहाँ है? उन्होंने सिर्फ गबन किया है, करप्शन किया है. सड़कें टूटी हुई हैं, लोग चल नहीं सकते, पीने का पानी गंदा आता है या आता ही नहीं है, सीवर ओवरफ्लो है. दिल्ली में एक रेनी सीजन में 15 मिनट की बारिश में 62 लोग डूब के मर जाए सड़क पर, इससे ज्यादा शर्मनाक क्या होगा? एजुकेशन के नाम पे 9th क्लास में 2-2 लाख बच्चे फेल कर दिए जाते हैं, और स्वास्थ्य के नाम पे दिल्ली के सरकारी अस्पतालों में नकली दवाइयां दी जाती हैं, मोहल्ला क्लिनिक के 65,000 फर्जी टेस्ट किए जाते हैं, जल बोर्ड को लूट के 73,000 करोड़ के घाटे में लाया जाता है. तो कोई एक विभाग तो होगा ना जहाँ दिल्ली ने कुछ गवर्नेंस किया हो. यहाँ गवर्नेंस कुछ नहीं था, यहाँ सिर्फ करप्शन था. उस करप्शन के खिलाफ दिल्ली की जनता ने वोट दिया.
जी वीरेंद्र जी, यहाँ पे जब मैनिफेस्टो की बात की जाए, काफी सारे फ्रीबीज, स्कीम्स, सब्सिडीज आम आदमी पार्टी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करती जा रही है पिछले 10 साल में उनके गवर्नेंस की सरकार में। यहाँ पे अगर बीजेपी या कांग्रेस की भी अगर मैनिफेस्टोज को देखा जाए तो काफी सारे फ्रीबीज अनाउंस किए गए हैं, प्रोमिसेस किए गए हैं, वादे किए गए हैं। क्या अगर बीजेपी जीत जाती है और दिल्ली में अपनी सरकार बनाती है, क्या ये आम आदमी पार्टी की फ्रीबी पॉलिटिक्स आप कंटिन्यू रखेंगे?
ये पहले दिन से हमने कहा है कि जन कल्याण की जो योजनाएं चल रही हैं उसमें बिजली भी है, पानी भी है। उन्होंने डिलीवर नहीं किया, हम डिलीवर करके दिखाएंगे। मैं खुद 30 हफ्ते लगातार झुग्गियों में रहा हूँ, गया हूँ, रातों को सोया हूँ। हर झुग्गी वाले का 800 2000 रुपये का 1500 रुपये का बिल आता था। कहाँ बिजली फ्री है? पानी हर झुग्गी वाला रोज 60 से 80 रुपये 100 रुपये का पानी रोज खरीद के पीता था। गंदे पानी पीने से दिल्ली के सरकारी अस्पतालों में, 1 साल की रिपोर्ट है, मेरी नहीं है, दिल्ली सरकार की है, 2023-24 में 20,700 लोग मर गए। तो कहाँ है पानी? तो उन्होंने डिलीवर नहीं किया। अब हमारे पे डिलीवर करना है, क्योंकि हमने बाकी राज्यों में डिलीवर करके दिखाया। अगर हम 10 करोड़ 12 करोड़ घरों में नल से जल दे सकते हैं तो दिल्ली उससे अछूती क्यों रहेगी? दिल्ली को भी मिलेगा। अगर हम पूरे देश में 4 करोड़ लोगों को प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना से घर दे सकते हैं तो दिल्ली क्यों अछूती रहे? दिल्ली में 2017-18 से आयुष्मान योजना लागू नहीं होनी थी। 51 लाख लोगों का नुकसान हुआ दिल्ली में। अगर वो पैसा दिल्ली के स्वास्थ्य में लग जाता तो कितने लोगों को भला मिलता। अभीम योजना 2400 करोड़ रुपया दिल्ली की सरकार के लिए रखा हुआ है, लेकिन क्यों? क्योंकि वो प्रधानमंत्री का नाम जुड़ा तो मुझे लेना नहीं है, मेरा अहंकार आड़े आता है। तो वो पैसा अगर दिल्ली के हेल्थ सेक्टर पे लगता तो दिल्ली की हेल्थ सेक्टर अच्छा होता। तो दिल्ली में कई योजनाएं ऐसी हैं जो केंद्र सरकार की जानबूझकर अरविंद केजरीवाल ने रोकी है। जितनी योजनाएं चल रही थी उसको डिलीवरी के साथ पूरा करेंगे और साथ में केंद्र सरकार की योजनाओं का डबल बेनिफिट दिल्ली की जनता को देंगे।
तो आप बोल रहे हैं डबल इंजन सरकार आप चाहते हैं दिल्ली में आए, उससे गवर्नेंस मॉडल इंप्रूव होगा, लोगों को वेलफेयर होगा, लोगों की सहायता होगी, लोगों का कल्याण होगा। पर इस समय आम आदमी पार्टी बीजेपी को टारगेट करती है। आम आदमी पार्टी कहती है कि एक कोऑपरेशन, जो कोऑर्डिनेशन चाहिए सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के बीच, वो नहीं है, क्योंकि बीजेपी सरकार अपनी तानाशाही पे उतर आती है। चाहे वो अगर वो स्कीम्स की बात हो, चाहे कोई प्रोजेक्ट्स हो, इस पे वो हॉल्ट लगा देती है।
मुझे सिर्फ एक चीज बताइए। मैं 93 से शुरू करता हूँ। मदन लाल खुराना मुख्यमंत्री रहे, साहिब सिंह जी रहे, केंद्र में सरकार राजीव गांधी की थी, बाद में कुछ समय के लिए हमारी बनी, फिर इंद्र कुमार गुजराल की भी रहे, वीपी सिंह भी रहे। क्या झगड़ा था जी? उसके बाद लगातार कांग्रेस की सरकार रही और दिल्ली में, और केंद्र में बदलती रही, फिर कांग्रेस की, और फिर अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी प्रधानमंत्री रहे। क्या झगड़ा था जी? बैठकर चर्चा होती थी, समस्या का समाधान निकलता था। लेकिन ये अजीब एक स्थिति आई आम आदमी पार्टी के आने के बाद, क्योंकि इन्होंने शुरू में आते ही कह दिया कि हम तो अनार्किस्ट हैं, हम तो अपनी शर्तों पे काम करेंगे। तो प्रशासन शर्तों से नहीं चलता है जी, समन्वय से चलता है। प्रशासन नियम से चलता है, प्रशासन कानून से चलता है। आप केंद्र की योजनाएं इसलिए लागू नहीं होने देंगे कि उसमें प्रधानमंत्री का नाम जुड़ा है। प्रगति मैदान टनल बनाने में 20% का हिस्सा देना था, नहीं दिया। दिल्ली मुंबई एक्सप्रेस से 1 साल डिले हुआ, क्यों? क्योंकि पेड़ काटने की परमिशन स्टेट सरकार ने देनी है, नहीं दी। द्वारका एक्सप्रेस से लेट किया गया। मेट्रो का रिठाला कॉरिडोर जो अभी प्रधानमंत्री ने उद्घाटन किया, 1.5 साल लेट से शुरू हुआ, क्यों? क्योंकि अपने हिस्से का शेयर नहीं देना दिल्ली की सरकार ने। रैपिड रेल के लिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट को डांट लगानी पड़ी, तब भी 70% पैसे दिया, 30% नहीं दिया। तो जब विकास की योजनाओं में आप अहम ढूंढोगे, अहंकार ढूंढोगे, तो वो योजनाएं प्रभावित होती हैं। तो इसलिए दिल्ली को डबल इंजन की सरकार चाहिए, दिल्ली को विकास चाहिए, दिल्ली को विकसित राजधानी बनाना है, तो फिर उसमें अपने अहंकार से उठ के काम करने की जरूरत है।
पर आपको लगता है आम आदमी पार्टी का ये कहना है कि क्योंकि ऑपोजिशन की सरकार है स्टेट के अंदर, तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट अपनी तानाशाही करती है, क्योंकि काफ़ी सारे इंपॉर्टेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स जो दिल्ली में हैं वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट चलाती है, इसीलिए आम आदमी पार्टी की गवर्नमेंट हैंडीकैप्ड है। और बीजेपी तभी साथ में कोऑपरेशन में काम करेगी अगर बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट स्टेट संभालेगी।
देखिए, दिल्ली यूनियन टेरिटरी है। अरविंद केजरीवाल को पता होना चाहिए कि यूनियन टेरिटरी के कितने आपके पास राइट्स हैं, कितने नहीं हैं, और ये बात पहले दिन से स्पष्ट है। कोई नई यूनियन टेरिटरी तो बनी नहीं है। और दिल्ली में हर चीज़, अगर 3 विभाग केंद्र सरकार के हैं तो केंद्र सरकार ही देखेगी। लेकिन आपको तो जितने विभाग आपके पास थे उसमें तो गवर्नेंस करते। शिक्षा के नाम पर हॉस्पिटल बनाने में अभी सीएजी की तो सिर्फ एक रिपोर्ट आई है कि 3 हॉस्पिटल में 382 करोड़ का घोटाला है। शराब की नीति किसने बनाने के लिए कहा था? केंद्र सरकार ने कहा था क्या? जब लोग कोविड में मर रहे थे, आप तो घर में छुप के बैठ गए, ऑक्सीजन रखने की जगह आपके पास नहीं थी, और उस समय आप शराब की नीति बना रहे थे। जो सीएजी की रिपोर्ट अभी आई नहीं, बताती है 2026 करोड़ का घोटाला है। शीश महल हमने बनाने के लिए कहा था क्या? एक प्लॉट, एक सरकारी मकान नहीं लेने वाला आदमी 4-4 बंगले तोड़ के 50,000 गज में अपना शीश महल बनाता है, किस लिए जी? कौन 50 लाख का कालीन लगाता है? कौन 10 लाख की कुर्सी लेता है? कौन उसमें महंगे महंगे कमोड बनाता है? हमें तो नहीं पता। ये किसने करने के लिए कहा था? ये गवर्नेंस होती है क्या? ये परिवर्तन था क्या? आपने दिल्ली को लूटने का काम किया, दिल्ली को धोखा देने का काम किया, तो दिल्ली ने उसका परिणाम देना ही है। 8 तारीख को परिणाम आएगा।
जी बिल्कुल, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद वीरेंद्र सचदेव, बीजेपी Delhi president, who spoke to us exclusively, and he has of course targeted the Aam Aadmi Party and has claimed that it is going to be the BJP government that will come to power after a long period of 28 years. I'm going to come back to Prithvi Rati. Prithvi, how do you have to react to what the BJP president had to say, particularly about his accusation that healthcare, water, the ways of the corrupt of the leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party have destroyed Delhi?
Meghna, it was really sad that Mr. Sachdev exposed himself and his party on national television, because he just said CAG report जो नहीं आ रहा है वो ये कहता है, meaning to say he's almost claiming that the BJP writes the report. It's really, really funny. He's exposed himself, and I think you should make a clipping of this, because it was a shocking revelation. As far as the electricity goes, he said he spoke to someone in some Juggi Jopuri who's getting a bill of 2,000 rupees. I wish he also spoke to people in Uttar Pradesh, because for 200 units of electricity in Uttar Pradesh, consumers are paying 4,000 rupees. And as I already said, let them enjoy, the exit polls. I am very, very confident that the results are going to be very different when the counting happens on Saturday.
Okay, all right. On that note, let me also get in Piyush Pant, if you can hear us. Piyush, how do you think the situation of Delhi will improve if BJP were to come to power and replace Aam Aadmi Party? Do you think the problems of air pollution and Yamuna pollution, will they all be resolved suddenly, magically?
I don't think so, Mega. I don't have much hope, because BJP is not much better than Aam Aadmi Party. We have been witnessing it throughout India. And the pollution problem is a very big problem, and had the BJP government at the center intention to make it better, they would have initiated a dialogue with the Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi, because this problem can be solved with a collective efforts. All person will have to collide with and find a solution and implement it. But the central government, moreover, if you talk about the cleaning of Yamuna, so you can take the example of the cleaning of Ganga. Still, the Ganga has not been cleaned, which was declared with much fanfare by Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. So all the governments, mostly they are same. They claim so many things before the election, but post-election, their mode of governance is almost similar. So I don't have much hope. Moreover, I think it is better if the people defeat Aam Aadmi Party, because in that case, I think the BJP government at the center will again restore the powers that belong to the Delhi government, which had been snatched away by the central government.
Okay.
The power to take decision, the power to appointment, the power to transfer. So they had made the Delhi government totally ineffective by taking away the power. So I think in a way it will be good sense has prevailed over the Delhi electorate, that they are defeating Aam Aadmi Party and bringing BJP to the power.
Okay, I'm going to come to you, Joyita. Do you agree with Piyush Pant that governments will come and go, but the shoddy state of affairs in Delhi are going to remain the same?
I mean, that's a very, very pessimistic way of looking at things. I mean, it's akin to saying if Congress, whatever we saw in the last 60-70 years, Prime Minister Modi would also continue the same way. Whatever UP has seen in the last so many years, it's going to be the same in it is going to be the same. So, no, it does not work like that. Unless you are totally partisan, you are never going to say it, and that is why people vote. People always vote in the hope of a better future, of better surroundings, of a cleaner air, and that is why the vote, every single vote is so powerful, that if a party does not perform, they can be voted out. And just because it is Aam Aadmi Party, there is nothing special about it. People have already given it 2 terms already, more than 2 actually. There was a 3rd term also before that. So, you see, people have already given them whatever their due is. If the people think that no, they have not performed, and if people want to take a chance with another party, it goes without saying that party will have to deliver, and if that party is not going to deliver, they are going to be voted out. But the whole thing, oh no, BJP will not be able to do anything. How do you know? People are voting hoping that they will do something.
Right, absolutely. All right, on that note, I'm out of time. I thank all of you for joining me on the telecast. Stay tuned on NewsX. On the other side of this short break, we continue to dissect and analyze the numbers, the exit polls that have been quite the revelation. And let's see if their predictions are going to stand with the actual results that are going to come up on 7th of February. Stay tuned on NewsX.